because of the number of COVID patients upstairs, we don't have beds available.
But it's not just COVID crushing the health system. The compounding factors leaving Wisconsin hospitals at a breaking point.
Hilly to Redkey. Oh! Final time! Legacy cemented!
The Badgers are national champions. Hear from the volleyball team as they returned home last night.
And of course, we are quiet off to start this week, but we are tracking a system towards Christmas Eve. We're going to break that down in the first storm forecast.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Happy Monday, everybody. I'm Leah Lynchide. State health officials say COVID cases in Wisconsin continue to rise.
We'll get an update from the State Department of Health today, but over the past week, there have been more than 3,500 new infections each day. That is the highest it's been since last December. Nearly 58% of people in the state are fully vaccinated. Bed shortages in the state are also leading to staffing shortages in hospitals.
In south central Wisconsin, we're looking at the highest levels of hospitalization so far this year. SSM Health's rural Monroe Hospital has been strained to a breaking point for several months now. They're calling off non-urgent surgeries since the end of November. It's not just a case number problem. The hospitals are short-staffed as well.
We've lost a handful of people, honestly. I mean, I think people are getting burnt out and they're looking for less stressful work.
Our census right now in our medical surgical area is about 50% higher than we're staffed to manage, yet there are no more staff. Our ICU is 2 to 3 times higher than where we're staffed to, and there's no more staff.
The president of the hospital says when one person leaves a hospital this size, that gap might stay open a lot longer than one in a larger city. Our reporter Naomi Coles has been following the hospital capacity issues and had part 1 of a special report air last night on the CBS Evening News. You can find all of her exclusive coverage inside that COVID ICU over on channel3000.com.
While we face a surge of the Delta variant, doctors are also worried about a surge of Omicron cases. Right now, the Omicron variant is in at least 45 states, Puerto Rico, and Washington, D.C. While Omicron may spread more easily than other COVID variants, health experts say there is no indication it causes more severe illness.
With COVID trending up, Democratic Senators Elizabeth Warren and Cory Booker both say they tested positive for COVID. New York State, meanwhile, says more than 22,000 people tested positive over the past day. That's the 3rd day in a row with a new daily case record.
6:02 now. Let's get a check of your forecast. Chris Reese is here. He's got the Doppler track up. What are you tracking?
Yeah, we're tracking a couple systems that are passing by to our north this morning. We're between them. You have some snow over parts of the UP, some snow north of the Twin Cities as well, back towards the I-94 corridor and parts of northern Dakota. But that's going to pass by to our north today. Meanwhile, southern Wisconsin stays dry, and we're going to be staying dry really for the next couple of days. It's not until Christmas Eve that we really start to see chances to see some precipitation around here. We're going to talk about how those begin to look here in just a moment. But it's 29 right now. Generally partly cloudy outside, and we are going to keep those temperatures in the 20s and 30s this morning, not getting out of the 30s into the afternoon. Lone Rock, good morning. You're at 26. Watertown, good morning at 28, 26 for our friend in Juneau as well. The Dells and Baraboo coming in at 25. This is Future Track. Let's put things into motion as we go throughout today. 3 o'clock this afternoon, we might see a little bit of cloud cover streaking in here. That's where temperatures will be into the mid-30s, maybe even some upper 30s. I cannot rule that out. The further north you are, of course, the cooler you're going to be today. Tonight, we're down into the teens, and then you start to see that next system that's moving by. But again, it's more so a northern Wisconsin event, though we've seen a little bit of a trend towards the south where I now can't rule out a flurry into tomorrow afternoon. So I did add a slight chance of flurries for Tuesday afternoon into that forecast. We're going to be dry Tuesday night down into the teens again, and that brings us towards Wednesday. So the pattern overall, we see these systems pass by to our north. There is one low that tracks to our south as we go throughout this week, and that is on Christmas Eve. The problem, it brings just enough warm air to change things over to rain. It's going to be a 30s and 40-degree rain, so it's a cold rain on Christmas Eve. It's still 5 days out. We're talking Friday on a Monday, so there's room for things to change. But if you're hoping for a white Christmas right now, it just doesn't look likely. But again, I say it all the time, 72 hours ago, this was looking like a snowmaker for us. So we've seen what has changed over the past 72 hours. There's still more than 100 hours between now and this time Friday. So it's something to watch. It just doesn't look likely at this point. Still, we get cold enough for snow on Christmas. We just start to lose a lot of that moisture. And then I'm watching a system that tries to show up early next week that might bring us some snow as well. So that extended forecast, 40 on Thursday, 43 on Friday with a chance for rain. And then Christmas Day, 34, mostly cloudy. I'm gonna be honest right now, I can't rule out a flurry on Christmas Day with the current setup. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're watching a chance of snow as well. So fingers are crossed. If the low is to our south, the low is in a good position, we just lose some of that colder air. Our cold air that we have in place now is going to be retreating. That's the problem. So if we can get that colder air to stay around just a little bit longer, we'll just have to see. Maybe it can happen, but it doesn't look likely.
If not snow on Christmas, I'm seeing that snow system after Christmas, maybe for New Year's?
New Year still looks good when it comes to snow.
Okay.
It's just Christmas right now.
All right, Mr. Reese, thank you very much. 6:05 now. In case you missed it, for the first time in program history, the Wisconsin Badger women's volleyball team now national champions.
The Badger ladies returned home Sunday after inching out a victory over the Nebraska Cornhuskers in 5 sets. Hundreds of Badger fans, look at them, waiting to greet the team when they came home yesterday evening. Some of the players say that they're still in shock.
We had a lot of struggles early on, a lot of ups and downs, and this team has just shown so much growth and mental toughness and maturity. I think I still have a little bit of shock. It's unreal. Like, I've envisioned the moment so many times in my head, but to actually go through it was amazing.
Though it took 26 national appearances before a title, the Badgers are happy to submit themselves into history. The team plans on raising the championship banner in the Fieldhouse next season. And the Packers, NFC North champs now for the 8th time in the Aaron Rodgers era.
Oh yeah, on top of that, Aaron Rodgers tying Brett Favre for all-time touchdowns as a Packer yesterday against the Ravens. In the second quarter, the reigning MVP connecting with his guy, Davante Adams, to tie the ball game up at 14. Then in the second half, with the game on the line, after the Ravens score with 42 seconds remaining, they decide to go for 2 and the win. But it didn't work. The Packers will hold on to win this one against the Ravens. Final score, 31-30. Now the Packers are eyeing the 1 seed.
Yeah, having an extra week, I think, would be really great for my toe. I mean, that'd be fantastic to get another week. And then the fact that we can win 2 home playoff games and make it to the Super Bowl.
Packers now have 3 games left. Winning them secures Green Bay the #1 seed. Their next game comes on Christmas Day at home against the Cleveland Browns.
Tiger Woods says that he accomplished both of his goals this weekend at the PNC Championship. He had fun with his son, Charlie, and he made a successful return to competitive golf without making a bogey.
To push as hard as we have the last 7 months with taking no days off and just working our butts off each and every day. And to have this opportunity to be able to play with my son and to have these memories, you know, for us, both of us, for a lifetime, it's worth all the pain.
The 2-day event in Orlando was Woods' first time competing since he was hurt 10 months ago in a car crash. Tiger and Charlie finished the weekend in second place at 15 under par. For Tiger, there's no telling when he'll compete again by himself, but until then, he'll continue to rehab and build his endurance back.
6:08 now. Coming up, what the government is doing to cut down on robocalls to your phone.
And I'm Josh Breiter in the 608. Straight ahead, I'll have details on how to support local breweries over the next year in a fun way. Stick around.
Spruce up your home with appliance and storage upgrades at Menards. Check out the largest in-stock selection of appliances from top brands like Whirlpool, Amana, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Criterion for energy-saving upgrades. Whether it's extra storage or elevating your living space, Dakota's great selection of square-edge shelving offers beautiful storage solutions. Save big money on storage and appliance upgrades at Menards. Give the perfect gift this season with a Menards gift card today.
More than ever, America needs healthcare workers. So if you're ready to answer the call, Herzing University empowers you to earn the skills you need for all kinds of healthcare careers, including programs that can be completed in 10 months. Accredited and transfer-friendly, Herzing provides the personal care and support you need to succeed. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. Your nation needs healthcare workers. Join the movement at Herzing University. Call or click today.
Come celebrate the grand opening of Steinhoffel's newest furniture and mattress superstore now in Downers Grove. All of our stores are celebrating with 35% off the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses, plus amazing deals throughout the entire store. For over 87 years, Steinhoffel's has been helping our customers create the homes of their dreams. So visit any of our stores to join in the celebration and save big. Only at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
This time of year, you can find deals on lots of vehicles, but compared to many, a new Volkswagen SUV costs less to maintain, which can save you money over the next 5 years. Isn't that illuminating? Put your money to better use this holiday at the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in during the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease a new 2022 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
The Princeton Club is excited to bring words of inspiration. So I invite you to come join us and live inspired, building back the health that you want.
I choose to succeed, rebuild,
overcome, perseverancia,
conquer.
I can. I chose the word believe. We bring members together from all over the community, and the one thing they all have in common is that they believe that what they're doing today will make tomorrow better.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Pick and save. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
We're in the 608 this morning with a fun way to support local breweries over the next year.
Oh yeah, Josh Bryder here now with more on how to get your pub pass. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. So look at this. I've got it in my hands this morning, and you can get yours, too, all for a great deal today. We'll have those details here in just a moment. But first, here's a little bit of the story behind Pub Pass.
Our goal is to get people out and exploring their community, to shop local, to stay local, and then our goal is to give back local as well.
That was Dave Olson you just heard from. He's a city curator of Pub Pass, which started 8 years ago as a nationwide initiative, but this coming year will be the 5th anniversary for the Madison market. Pub Pass is basically a passport. $25 gets you a free pint of craft beer at participating bars and breweries in the 608. In the end, Pub Pass is a purchase you can feel good about.
It's good for all of 2022, makes an amazing stocking stuffer, and I mean, free beer the whole year long. And one of the things we're really proud of is that, you know, we like to give back to our community. So for every Pub Pass sold, we donate $1 to the Second Harvest Food Bank.
There are 25 participating bars and breweries in the Madison area, including some local favorites like Hop House Brewing Company. We got an inside look at the operation at their Fitchburg location. Coming up in our next half hour, we'll hear from Hop House on why the Pub Pass is so important for local breweries right now. So the 2022 Pub Pass books are on sale this morning, so you do not have to wait until the new year to purchase it. Pub Pass is also offering $5 off for those of you who go online this morning and use the promo code in the 608. No spaces in the 608, and also $1 of every sale is going to be going to Second Harvest Food Bank, so you can find them at a couple of local spots. I put a link up on channel3000.com with all of the information, guys. So supporting local all the way around, supporting our local breweries, but also supporting Second Harvest Food Bank, all for $25, free beer. I mean, what could go wrong, right?
I mean, that's quite a deal. I mean, when you think about it, you know, 25 locations. If you use the promo code, $20. I mean, less than $1 a beer? Come on. And you're helping out Second Harvest? It's
awesome to be able to kind of travel around the 608 and do this. I had a couple of friends that did it this past year, and they said it was so much fun because they did discover a lot of new things here locally. So I think we should check it out and support local.
Very cool.
Thanks, Josh.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured.
6:14, Chris Reese here now with your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Chris.
We're getting you out the door this morning. Make sure you grab those sunglasses. We're going to see some of that sunshine out there today. It's a jacket morning. We still may not need the shovels, though, for quite some time. No real accumulating snow chances are in the forecast as of yet. Temperatures this morning may fall another couple degrees towards 8 o'clock. Otherwise, we're in the upper 20s in general. 31 by 10, 35 by the time we get you towards lunch today. After lunch today into the afternoon, we'll see a little bit more cloud cover getting into the mix. Those temperatures are still going to be into the 30s overall. But we talk about travel, right? We're moving towards that week. A lot of folks are getting ready to take to the skies, take to the road, even the rails as you begin to travel for Christmas. Today, the weather's generally quiet. The only place you're running into some issues today is some rain down south, perhaps some snow throughout parts of Montana. But the Midwest, if you are hitting the road, it's generally fine. We're colder, but we do have that sunshine. We're going to track some delays into tomorrow, though, as a snow system moves by for northern parts of Wisconsin up towards the UP. That's where the moderate to major delays are actually going to be possible as we add more snow to the ground. It's going to come down at a good clip, but we move towards Wednesday. And once again, other than the mountains, we're generally quiet across the country. So that's 2 holidays in a row that travel has overall been good for us. So we're watching travel as you hit the road this morning as well. Throughout Madison, the Beltline, downtown, Stoughton Road, the interstate, everything is in good shape. Even 151 out towards Sun Prairie is in good shape as well. Same as you head out towards Verona, Mount Horeb and Blue Mounds, and then Janesville, Beloit. All roads are in great shape as well. This is what you like to see on a Monday morning, and the goal is to keep it that way. And Mother Nature has even been on our side here in southern Wisconsin the past couple of weeks as well. They say snow is fair game starting in October, and we just have not had any snow that's impacted a commute yet. Even the snow we have had has been on weekends.
Hey, there's a silver lining.
Yeah.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. 6:16 now. There are new laws helping to cut down on the number of robocalls out there. But if you're still getting those calls, Consumer Reports has some advice to block them even further.
Your phone rings. You think maybe it's that call I've been waiting for, or a friend calling to catch up. But instead, you hear this.
If we don't hear from you, then we will be forced to take legal action against you.
Peo Cuevas says he's stressed out from getting so many robocalls.
I don't know why these people have my number.
While it might not feel like it, Consumer Reports says robocalls are on the decline. 4.1 billion calls were placed in October 2021. But a recent deadline imposed by the Traced Act requires carriers to certify that they're using something called stir-shaken technology. Nearly 7,000 carriers have complied so far.
Stir-shaken is designed to help identify spoofed calls that use fake numbers to trick you into answering the phone.
Those calls are labeled as a risk or blocked altogether. The service is free, and there's nothing consumers need to do to take advantage of it.
But there are even more steps you can take to help you avoid as many robocalls as possible.
Whitelisting only allows calls from people in your contact list. You can search online for directions to install the tool on your Apple or Android phone. The downside, you risk missing calls from a doctor's office or a delivery person whose number isn't stored in your phone.
There are also third-party robocall blocking apps, and those can help.
Some of those apps charge a fee, while others offer a free subscription or a free trial. CR says if you use a free trial offer, just make sure to cancel before the trial is over if you don't want to be charged a monthly fee.
Press 1 now if you wish to extend or reinstate your car's warranty.
Now, depending on your phone and your carrier, Consumer Reports says you might actually have to manually activate your phone's call blocking services. We've put step-by-step instructions for each carrier over on channel3000.com.
The NHL isn't making plans to shut games down, but it is postponing a handful of them. Until Christmas, any games with cross-border travel between the U.S. and Canada is being suspended. Earlier this week, the Montreal Canadiens played a game in front of no fans. The league has already postponed 27 games due to COVID outbreaks.
When the FDA authorized Pfizer's COVID vaccine for kids ages 5 to 11, many parents felt a wave of relief. But for kids who were afraid of shots, the news came with a heavy dose of anxiety.
They were very nervous and they didn't want to come back for the second dose. And the moment we entered and they saw the dogs, they ran into it and they were more calm.
Seems like the dogs didn't just help the kids, but also helped you.
Yeah, they helped us, the four of us.
CBS Mornings is visiting a hospital where furry friends are helping to tame frazzled nerves. That story's coming up on CBS Mornings right after News 3 Now this morning.
Well, heads up here, Procter & Gamble is issuing a voluntary recall of more than 30 aerosol spray products, including dry shampoo and dry conditioner. The recall is due to concerns over the levels of the chemical benzene, which is known to cause cancer. Products from the brands Pantene, Aussie, Herbal Essences, and Waterless are all included. The FDA says Procter & Gamble hasn't yet received a report related to the recall, saying that it's out of an abundance of caution. You can get specific information about the recall at fda.gov.
Japanese billionaire Yusaku Maezawa has officially landed back on Earth after 12 days aboard the International Space Station. This marks the first self-funded tourism mission to the station in a decade. Maezawa brought a production team with him to document the trip, posting videos of his experience on YouTube. And it's not going to be his last trip either. He's already made plans to fly with SpaceX to the moon. That could happen as early as next year.
Cool. Coming up in our next half hour, we'll have some breaking news from overnight where a police officer shot a vehicle in Stoughton.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that. We'll be right back.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Running a race is a lot like investing. It takes discipline, patience, and time. But most importantly, it takes endurance. Because in order to go the distance, you need to be prepared to get there. At the Burrish Group at UBS, we have a trusted advisor that's ready to go the extra mile with you every step of the way. Call the Burrish Group today.
I was thinking maybe
your mom's car.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
Come into Rubens today for our annual year-end clearance sale. Hundreds of items have been marked down and are available for immediate delivery. Choose from soft leather sofas and comfy fabric sectionals. We have the perfect leather recliner that allows you to sit back and relax. Rubens has an enormous amount of leather furniture in stock. Why wait 4 to 8 months? Have your furniture for the holidays. Check out our website for our constantly changing in-stock inventory. Come into Rubens' year-end clearance sale today.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Kevin sharing his morning with us. A gorgeous picture of Argyle. Look at the reflection there in the water.
Beautiful.
It's nice. Argyle looking great this morning. If you want to share your morning with us, we'd love to see it. Just use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. Maybe Kevin can share the love with some other photographers out there. We get a lot of Kevin Charles Grunberg
Kevin does a nice job, you have to admit.
Wonderful.
I know.
All right, 6:24 now. Overseas in Venice, Italy, dozens of Santas are swapping out their sleighs for gondolas.
So the bad weather not stopping these Santas from enjoying the Christmas regatta. Look at them. All taking place in the masquerade here. Italian newspapers are reporting new COVID measures are coming, and the Santas were able to celebrate before those new measures could be enforced. I've always wanted to go to Venice.
I agree.
Me too.
Before it sinks into the water, right? Because it's sinking right now.
Yeah, clock's ticking, isn't it?
It's one of those things. When I was a kid, what was I, like 7? I heard of Venice, Italy, and the Mall of America. And I was like, those are two places I want to go. They're not related at all, but it was like something on PBS. And it was like, the Mall of America. Here's Venice. I've gone to the Mall of America, okay?
All right, next
I went
up,
to
Venice,
that
Italy.
one. I rode the rides, but you know, Venice is the other one. Never been.
I'll be curious to see which one you like better then.
Mall of America. I kid. I don't know. Venice looks really nice.
It does. It looks stunning. A little, I would like to say it looks warmer there, but we certainly don't have any snow either. The water's not frozen over here either.
No, it's not. It's trying to at times, but it's not. We haven't even had our first inch of snow yet for the season. Typically that happens on November 27th. We did get our first trace and our first measurable snow on November 13th this year. But the first inch just does not seem to want to show up. Now, I'll tell you what, this is the Christmas snow depth over the past 10 years. In order for it to truly count as a white Christmas, you need to have a widespread 1 inch of snow on the ground or more at Christmas morning. The last time that happened was 2017. I moved here 2018 for reference.
Oh, buddy.
So, yeah. But also, never in history have you gone 4 years in a row without 1 inch of snow on the ground. So this could be a first. Or we could see a Christmas miracle.
Not looking great.
I know. It's not looking
crossed.
great. We're going to break down those white Christmas chances when we come back.
I have hope.
Sounds good. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
Associated Physicians celebrates 75 years of caring, helping, and listening. Associated Physicians, devoted physicians, trusted care.
With a Ford F-150 and an available Pro Power onboard generator, you're not just ready, you're holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
At Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, the switch is always on. It guarantees the highest average payout percentage in the region. This leads to better odds and more wins than any place else around. Nobody messes with the switch.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
From Tina Fey and the creator of Saturday Night Live comes Mean Girls, the hilarious hit Broadway musical. Entertainment Weekly says Mean Girls isn't a regular musical, it's a cool musical. It's smart, it's funny, it's ferocious, it's
so fashion.
Come see Tina Fey's Mean Girls at Overture Center, January 11th through 16th.
Wait, why don't I know you?
Get your tickets now at overture.org.
Smooth dark chocolate, refreshing peppermint. Enter York mode.
Rich chocolate candy and creamy caramel. That's how you Rolo.
I matched with this cutie on a dating site. We texted all the time, but never met up. Then he asked to send him gift cards for a plane ticket to see me. And that's when I remembered a tip I got from the AARP Fraud Watch Network. Gift cards? This is a romance scam. Spent that money on self-care instead.
Recognize fraud sooner so your money lives longer. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit mge2050.com.
Right now, a day in court for the 3 people charged in the death of an 11-year-old girl in Madison.
And an update on shots fired in Madison over the weekend.
And we continue to watch those chances for a white Christmas. We're tracking a system right around Christmas Eve. We're going to break that down coming up.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. We do begin with some breaking news from overnight in the city of Stoughton. Police say that an officer shot at a car yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, officers say it happened just before 5 p.m. yesterday in the Walmart parking lot. Officers say they found a stolen car in the lot. Then when they approached it, it drove off, nearly hitting an officer in the process. That led to the officer firing at the car. After a brief chase, both people in the vehicle were arrested and taken to the Dane County Jail. No one was hurt. Per department policy, the officer involved is now on administrative leave while the shooting is investigated, and an outside agency, the Sun Prairie Police Department, is conducting that investigation.
More local news now. A man is in custody this morning after reports of shots fired near downtown Madison. It happened on West Gilman right here at about 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday. Officers say a man fired 3 shots and then ran off. That man was later arrested on suspicion of several charges, including recklessly endangering safety.
We are expecting all 3 people charged in the death of Anissa Scott to appear in court today. Online records show Andre Brown, Jerry Ward, and Perion Carrion all have pretrial conferences. The 11-year-old was shot and later died in August of last year. Ward's trial has already been set for May of 2022.
All right, let's get Chris Reese in here because we are wrapping up a weekend of fundraising with the Red Cross to help those affected by the tornadoes in the South and the Midwest.
Absolutely, and there's still time to donate if you have not already, but I really just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who has given already.
Yeah, it's quite an incredible effort over just a couple of days. We're going to take a look at those numbers now. At this moment, more than 750 people have given almost $76,000.
That is incredible.
It's more incredible when you consider what our goal was. Our original goal was $50,000. We surpassed that within the first day.
Yeah, it was really cool. Right around 6:15 on Friday, we had $49,500. So I was like, folks, you know, here's what your dollars are giving to if you really want to help us meet that goal. And for some reason at 6:15, people were feeling generous. By 6:30, we were knocking on the door of 60,000. We were beyond 60,000 by 7 o'clock that night. And really, by the time I went to bed, we were knocking on the door of $70,000 the other night. So folks really came out in a big way. And of course, we did have those 2 donors that matched up to $5,000. And so we've raised over $85,000.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah. How does that feel to raise that money from a place that's near and dear to your heart?
It feels good, I'll tell you that. And I think that's the obvious answer. But at the same time, I mean, I got to tell you, I think Friday as I was leaving, I was a little emotional. And I wasn't sure if that was this or how long the day was. But I really think it boiled down to this. I just could not believe that folks would do this for a community that I love so much. And I got a lot of messages that said, you know, Chris, we know you're from here, so we're doing this because you're from here. And that's what really made a difference for me.
Well, we certainly appreciate your efforts and our community really answering your call to action.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you guys at home as well.
All right. It is 6:33. Chris, why don't you serve us with your certified most accurate forecast?
We can do it. We're looking at those chances of seeing a white Christmas around here. I want to start with looking at the snow depth that we've had on Christmas over the last 10 years, because there's one thing that you see, and that is a 3-year gap. You really need 1 inch of snow or more on the ground Christmas morning for it to count as a white Christmas. 2017, we had that. That was the last time. 2016 was amazing, but 2018, 2019, 2020, we just really have not done much. Now, I can tell you, 2018, your little trace of snow actually came on Christmas morning, so it was fresh, so I'm sure it felt a little bit more like a white Christmas, even though it really was not much. Last year, all of the snow had just melted, and we were only left with a little trace in some spots. So that being said, typically we have a 60 to 75% chance of a white Christmas for the northern part of the viewing area, 50 to 60 down towards the state line. But this year, we may have to keep dreaming. I've only got our chances at about 10% of being able to put a 1-inch snowfall on the ground towards Christmas morning. Now, there's a chance that we'll see some flurries on Christmas Day. But in terms of snow on the ground, this is honestly painful to watch. So we'll see a system come by tomorrow that'll track to our north, and then we'll see another system on Thursday that'll impact parts of central Wisconsin. By the time we get you towards Friday, the actual area of low pressure will stay to our south, which is good for snow, but we lose the cold air. So now we have rain coming through on Christmas Eve that doesn't lead to any snow, and then we'll get cold enough for snow with maybe even some flurries on the backside of that into Christmas Day. Now, there is one thing I always like to say around here, and that's it's far out. There's room for things to change. If this were Monday and I were talking about a snow system on Friday, I'd be a little nervous. So maybe we'll see things change, but we've got 2 models bringing us rain for Christmas Eve. So I'm not overly optimistic at the moment, but I am still hopeful. 29 as you head out the door right now. 30 for Janesville, 24 out in Platteville. We're going to see our temperatures starting out in the 20s today with sunshine, warming up to 37 this afternoon. 34 tomorrow. We'll see that slight chance of some flurries as well. Our chance of rain on Friday, honestly, that 4 and 3 need to swap over to a 3 and 4, and maybe we can change things for your Christmas Eve. But for now, the best shot we've got is a chance for flurries on Christmas morning, which would work for the bold prediction, by the way. But that's the best chance we've got. So we'll watch that. And then another chance for snow Monday, Tuesday next week.
Yeah, just too warm, and that moisture is just not lining up right.
Yeah, the moisture's there, but the cold air said, I'm gone for now.
All right, Chris Reese, keep tracking it for us.
Will do.
6:35 now. A grim milestone in Milwaukee over the weekend. After 6 shootings overnight on Saturday, the city has now had the most ever recorded homicides in its history. A man in his 20s shot and killed marked the 191st homicide of the year. That number surpassing the previous record of homicides set just last year. Common Council President and Mayor in waiting, Cavalier Johnson, wants to work to end the violence when he takes over for Tom Barrett.
This is the time of year that folks should be, thinking about wrapping Christmas presents or watching the Packers play. But instead, now folks are going to have to live with the thought of their family members either being killed or shot.
Johnson says if the city wants to end the violence, it needs to improve violence prevention, education, and gun control.
In Minnesota, police are trying to figure out how 7 people, including 3 children, died inside of a home. It happened in western Minnesota, just outside of Fargo. Officers say the family returned home Saturday night and found the bodies. There's no update on any suspects, arrests, or charges this morning.
Democratic Senator Joe Manchin says he will not support President Biden's social spending plan. Manchin's announcement yesterday reportedly blindsided the White House.
I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't. I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
You're done. This is a no.
This is a no on this legislation. I have tried everything I know to do.
Senator Manchin has been a key holdout for the legislation, saying he was concerned about some provisions in the bill expanding the social safety net. He also said the plan would worsen soaring inflation numbers. The White House has responded to Manchin's comments. In a statement, the White House says Manchin's decision is at odds with the discussions he had this week with the president and White House staff. All right, though we've talked a lot about COVID-19 vaccines recently, it's important to remember that kids receive many vaccines throughout their lives.
That's because they're an effective tool in preventing many viruses and bacteria from causing serious infection. In this week's Time for Kids, the Recipe for Health team talks a little deeper about how this process works. Chris Reese here with more. Hey, Chris.
Good morning. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about vaccines, and SSM Health physician Danielle Mitchell is giving a refresher about how a vaccine works in the body. She says it all boils down to training our body's immune systems to be on the lookout for viruses or bacteria that are known to cause infection.
It is essentially harnessing an immune response. And in some cases, too, it is a new immune response that we're trying to create to kind of wake up memory cells that we have from previous vaccinations to say, hey, remember this unfriendly virus, or it's a piece of an unfriendly virus that your body has seen previous with other vaccinations? hey, we just want to wake those cells up and say, you know, you might see it again. We just want to kind of make sure that the troops that are lingering around are still aware of this.
Dr. Mitchell goes on to say that by teaching our bodies what to look for, the vaccines then help fight off illness before it has a chance to take hold. She also says that while some vaccines are only needed once, others may require a booster dose a few years later. Of course, your Time for Kids Recipe for Health team is always asking what you want to hear about, so you can do that. Let us know what health topics you're interested in by going online to ssmhealth.com/timeforkids.
All right, Chris Reese, thanks for the refresher.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
6:39 now. Mr. Reese, he's going to be back in just a minute, getting you out the door and planning your Monday to start this holiday week. Stay tuned for his certified most accurate forecast.
And the Christmas crunch. See how some local bakers are working through the rush.
Plus, we're in the 608 this morning with a fun way to support local breweries in 2022, along with an area nonprofit. We'll be right back.
Make this holiday season special when you use the Pick and Save app to get personalized coupons, rewards like fuel points, and weekly deals. So you can get exactly what you want at prices that are lower than low. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Hey guys.
Hey Dad.
You ready?
This holiday, US Cellular is doing a little something extra to keep everyone connected. Right now, choose any phone from any brand at any of our stores for free. Plus, save big with unlimited data for our best price of the season, just $30 a month. Now that's a deal to cheer about. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Breakfast sounds better together, doesn't it? Make it even more special with the hazelnut and cocoa taste of Nutella. Nutella, wake up to wow.
At iMart Express, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40. Using insurance, we accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. Glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at iMart Express.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call now or go online for your free information kit from Physicians Mutual.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
With Pick and Save delivery, it's easy to get your special holiday foods brought right to your door. And that's music to your ears. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
U.S. ad spending is set to surpass $300 billion by 2022, and the greater Madison area is poised for major growth. So now would be a great time to consider a career in multimedia sales and to join our team selling our top-rated media and digital solutions. Work for a company that offers training, autonomy, flexibility, income growth, upward mobility, and work-life balance with a competitive wage. If you have a passion to drive results for local businesses, then visit morganmurphymedia.com right now to apply.
Hi, Chris. This is Brianna from Highland. Chris, plan my day.
Another Highland one.
Yes.
Oh,
Highland. Leah is very happy right now. Temperatures this morning as you begin to head out the door, they're in the 20s for us, okay? 29 degrees right now. Generally, we're seeing sunshine, a couple decorator clouds, but I expect more of that sun as we go throughout today. Temperatures in the 20s. Hang out in the 30s. We'll top out around 36, 37. That happens closer to about 2 o'clock before we start to see our temperatures come down. So this is 2:30. You'll move into the afternoon and temperatures really begin to drop. In fact, overnight tonight, we go down to 14. Tomorrow, a snow system passes by to our south. Some of the model trends with it have been for a little bit of a stronger system and a little bit more of a southern passing system as well. That's going to be something to watch. Our temperatures hang out around the freezing point, and we also will see a chance for some flurries tomorrow night as well. But my real plan your day forecast looks like this. We stay dry. We're going to warm up into the mid-30s.
All right, Chris Reese, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. 6:45 now. We're in the 608 this morning with a fun way to support local breweries over the next year.
Josh Breiter is here with how you can get your pub pass today. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys, look at this. I've got it right here in my hands this morning, and you can as well, too. We've got all the details you need to know about here in just a moment. First, though, a little bit about Pub Pass. It is America's favorite craft beer passport. All started from a love of craft beer and an obsession with discovering the best local spots. Hop House in Fitchburg is one of the 25 Madison area breweries taking part in 2022. Co-owner Phil Hoaxed says it's not about competition with Pub Pass, but rather a great way to get out and try something new.
Before we opened in 2015, our motto was kind of that every community deserves a place to gather over a pint of beer and worthwhile conversation. So that's what we try to bring here as well. Madison's got a ton of different breweries to choose from, so I think it's kind of a fun way to to get out and experience different things.
Pub Pass is also a purchase you can feel good about. $1 from every sale is donated to Second Harvest Food Bank with the goal of fighting hunger here locally. Not only is this a great way to support local bars and breweries, they're also giving back to a local charity and helping others. It is a win-win opportunity for our community. The 2022 Pub Pass books are on sale this morning, $25 a piece. You don't have to wait until the new year to purchase it. But get this, right now Pub Pass is offering $5 off for those of you who go online this morning and use the promo code in the 608. No spaces, in the 608 altogether. You can also find those books at a couple of local spots in town. You can go to channel3000.com with all the information. Guys, there's also a Milwaukee book as well, so if you get over to eastern Wisconsin, you can also get a book for that area and check out all of those local breweries. So $5 off, $1 goes to Second Harvest Food Bank, and 25 spots to check out local beer, guys. It doesn't get any better.
I love this because sometimes you just need a reason to get out of the house, right? And you might wonder, where are we supposed to go? So this is great. Gives you a bunch of options, way to give back local and just, again, get out of the house.
Especially over the last couple of years, right? I know a couple of folks that have actually used this as an opportunity to get together with their friends again at some of those spots and try new things. You check out a couple of new favorites, and hey, they might be a regular down the line too.
There you go. And it's such a deal. $25. You use the promo code today, $20. 25 beers for that price.
It's a steal.
Giving a Second Harvest in the process. Love it all. Thanks, Josh. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Just reach out on social media, or you can email him. His address is in the 608 at WISC-TV.com. All right, we are headed into the holiday week here, and a lot of us are getting ready for some time off, but for some essential employees, that week ahead is actually a lot busier than normal.
Christina Laurie spoke with a family of bakers working 12-hour days ahead of Christmas.
For more than 65 years, Clausen's has been synonymous with Christmas for thousands of families.
People want to have fresh baked goods. They want to have fresh quiche and fresh rolls, chocolates.
Including the Clausen's themselves. During a time of year when many businesses are winding down, this family and its 49 employees are working 12-hour days, filling 2,000 orders before Christmas.
The German Dresdner Stollen, that's a recipe my dad brought over from Germany when he immigrated.
Many of Clausen's 200 unique products are secret recipes.
Always staying in the family. And this is the third generation.
Passed down from Ralph to Michelle to Tony, who's celebrating his first Christmas as a full-time employee.
We're going to come up on 70 years, probably 100 eventually, and proud to do it.
While Tony's still learning this December, he's preparing to take charge next, as his mom and grandpa turn over the keys, recipes,
the gingerbread, and then the gingerbread houses are special as well.
Wisdom and work ethic.
Bread's mostly without sugar. You don't put sugar in most of our breads, you know. It just depends on how much butter you put on it.
Proving you're never too old to roll up your sleeves and help your family.
It's also important to remember the holidays aren't necessarily happy for everyone. Many families are coming off the hardest year of their life. So if you are in a position and are able to help, our partners at Madison Magazine have put together a list of 14 ways you can do so. You can find that up on our website, channel3000.com. Reporting in Madison for News 3 Now, I'm Christina Laurie.
Thank you, Christina. So there are many local nonprofits you can give to or get help from this week. Those include the Middleton Outreach Ministry, the Salvation Army, the Helping Hands, and Dane County Catholic Charities. We have all of this information over on channel3000.com.
A Midwest animal rescue group has gone viral a couple of times. Maybe you've seen the video of the laughing fox. Well, isn't that something?
If you're not prepared for that, it really takes you out of your seat.
All right, so the Fox Rescue Group in Minnesota takes care of domesticated foxes that aren't fit to be released back into nature. The organization will adopt out the animals, but they do have a strict vetting process. Even though they're cute and they look cuddly, it may be best just to admire them from afar.
We don't want people to get like a misconception that they're just laughing, funny dogs, because that's not the case at all. We try to make sure we're being honest with people as well and not trying to just like glorify them as, you know, like adorable pets that are perfect, because they're definitely not.
But this video looks like they are the perfect pet.
Not the best promotion of not getting a fox as a pet.
Well, workers at Save a Fox say there's a big challenge when caring for domesticated foxes, and that's that they are really good escape artists.
Yes, they do seem very, very nimble, but boy, how cute, huh?
How fluffy do those things have to be? Oh boy.
I'll stick with my nice, slow, big old Bascom.
I think that's a safe bet.
I agree. 6:50 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, a troubling trend in deaths among Americans.
First, though, we want to say happy birthday to Gavin and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team for your most accurate forecast.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
How do you use your energy? Celebrating the people you love? Mixing up smiles? Making each day brighter than the last? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power. We're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now there's Color Beauty self-adjusting foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it. It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this holiday season and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
The acid reflux felt like just the worst burning in your throat that you can imagine. It's almost like a fire in your throat. The LINX procedure was one of the best decisions I have made. It has changed my life, and the burning is gone.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Over the past week, there have been more than 3,500 new infections every day in Wisconsin. That's the highest it's been since last December. In New York State, meanwhile, more than 22,000 people tested positive over the past day. That's the third day in a row with a new daily case record. In south central Wisconsin, we're looking at the highest levels of hospitalizations we've seen so far this year.
Police in Stoughton say an officer shot at a car yesterday afternoon. Officers say they found a stolen car in the parking lot. When they approached it, the car drove off and nearly hit an officer. That led to the officer firing at the car. After a brief chase, both people in the car were arrested and taken to the Dane County Jail. No one was hurt, and per police department policy now, that officer who fired their weapon is on administrative leave while Sun Prairie investigates.
A man is in custody after a report of shots fired near downtown Madison yesterday. It happened on West Gilman Street in broad daylight around 2 p.m. Officers say a man fired 3 shots, then ran off. He was later arrested on suspicion of several charges, including recklessly endangering safety.
For the first time in program history, our Wisconsin Badger women's volleyball team is national champions. Though it took 26 national appearances before a title, the Badgers are happy to cement themselves into history. Hundreds of fans were there at the Fieldhouse yesterday as the team returned home.
More than 1,800 Badgers became alums this weekend at the winter commencement ceremony in the Kohl Center. The keynote speaker, UW alum and CNN chief congressional correspondent Manu Raju. Yesterday's ceremony was the first time in 2 years that family and friends were able to attend in person.
No arrest this morning in the stabbing death of a popular rapper. Saturday night, 28-year-old Draco the Ruler was allegedly stabbed backstage during a fight at a music festival. Dozens of artists were scheduled to perform, including Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent.
Fentanyl is reportedly now the leading cause of death in Americans aged 18 to 45. Families Against Fentanyl, an opioid awareness organization, says nearly 79,000 people in that age range died between 2020 and 2021. It surpasses suicide, COVID, and car accidents as reasons for death. Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid that's up to 100 times more potent than morphine.
Philippine National Police say last week's super typhoon may have killed more than 200. This would dramatically increase the country's official death total from 31. Typhoon Ray hit the central and southern regions of the Philippines last week after making landfall Thursday as a super typhoon, which is the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane. This morning, more than 50 are missing.
Meanwhile, quiet weather for us here in our part of the world. We're going to look at temperatures hanging out into the 30s today. We'll see some sunshine as well as cloud cover sneaking in later on this afternoon. Look at that, 28 degrees this morning. We're warming things up, but we're also tracking systems that are going to be passing by to our north as we go throughout the week. We just have to see if one of those, Christmas Eve, can trend cold enough for snow.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Stay with us, folks. Another news and weather update in half an hour.